Hello class, today I am going to demo installing the VPN software. This will allow you to sign in to the RIT network no matter where you are. This is going to be required if you are off campus and you are trying to access Serenity. So let's get started here. The first thing I am going to do is Google VPN RIT. I also sent out a link to get this as well. The first result should give you the ITS website. It might prompt you to sign in once you actually go to download it, but it hasn't prompted me yet. As a side note, I'm first going to demo this in Mac OS X, and then I'll demo how to do this on a PC as well, a Windows PC. So I've opened up Chrome and I've searched for RIT VPN, and I've went to the first result. Now there's a whole bunch of steps here that can explain what this does, and it has a walkthrough of how to do this. So feel free to go through this as well. I'm just providing this video as kind of an extra little tidbit to help you guys out. I'm going to click this one, continue to VPN for Windows and Mac. It's going to automatically detect, hopefully, what operating system I'm using, and I am going to agree, and now it's going to prompt me for my RIT username and password. So I've just gone ahead and put that in. And next it's going to bring up the screen that says download install. It's detected that I have Mac OS X. In previous semesters the screen would kind of hang a little, so if it doesn't immediately detect your operating system, give it a minute or two. If that still doesn't work, reach out to me or ITS. Now we can click download for Mac OS. This is going to download a DMG file, about 10 megabytes. Next we can open this. This will open up a folder with this little box icon, and I believe we can kind of double click it, and this will pop up the installer that will walk you through the process. I'm going to hit continue, continue. It's going to take up about 23 megabytes of space. Now depending on your Mac OS, if you have a laptop, it's going to ask you to type in your password. In my case, I'm on a laptop, so it's asking me to use my Touch ID. Let's see if this works here. Yep, that worked. Now it's installing and registering it. It might take a minute or two. It looks like it's going quickly, but then by the end it sometimes hangs a little bit. Yep, as you can tell, it's taking a little bit of time in that final last minute. Now if I had more time, I would probably edit that time out, but since we have such short notice due to this virus and everything to update these, I probably won't. So it says the installation was successful, and I can hit close. I'm going to move the installer to the trash. Now this is the part that's a little bit confusing. I've been referring to this as VPN, so you might think to open it you would go up to this little search icon and you could search VPN. But when you search VPN, the thing doesn't actually come up. That's because if you notice behind, this thing is actually called AnyConnect Secure Mobility. So what I'm instead going to search for is either AnyConnect, or better yet, search for Cisco because it's a shorter name. And the first result should be the thing you just installed, hopefully. I'm going to click that, and that will open it up. Now once it opens, it should pop up a little icon down here. Here we go. So it will open this little globe icon, and then you can click here and it will open up this window here. Now this is the important step here. Since I've already installed it, I think this was pre-filled, but the first time you install this might be blank here. This is where you need to put the path to the RIT VPN server. So I'm going to simply type in vpn.rit.edu. Then I can click connect, hopefully, and you'll see up here we have a little globe with an exclamation point. I haven't yet connected because I need to enter in my RIT password. So this is where you'll put in your username without the @RIT and type in your password. And now it will establish your secure connection. And up at the top here you'll notice the globe now has a little lock and it says I'm connected. So now, for example, if I were to do a simple Google search, what is my IP address? It should be saying a 129 address. I'm not sure why it isn't at the moment, but I don't want to re-record this whole video. But as of this point, we should be able to access serenity.ist. Let's give that a shot here. So it is allowing us through. I'm not sure why our IP address is still showing as not RIT. That could be because of IP version 6 or something, but we are able to now access Serenity. Whereas if I turn this off, you'll want to make sure you shut this off after you're done with it, otherwise it might slow down your connection. I'm going to click up here, I'm going to click disconnect, and now when I try to refresh here, it will get the site cannot be reached. So you can kind of see that it was working in fact, because we're now not able to reach the site. I'm going to pause for now, and next I'm going to show you how to do this in Windows. Okay, you'll now see that I have booted into my Windows environment here. I'm using VMware Fusion, so it should work pretty close to the real thing. Let's open up Chrome here. Now we are also going to search for RIT VPN. It's a very similar process to installing it on a PC as it was from a Mac. We're going to visit this website, and we are going to click the same link here, and hopefully it detects our operating system. I'm going to agree, and let's sign in. Now it should begin our download for Windows here. In this instance, it's going to download an executable file instead of the other file. I can click here, and it will open the Windows installation wizard, similar to Mac. We'll have to accept the terms, and we'll have to allow it access. Okay, now let's hit finish. And like on the Mac, it's not instantly going to show up anywhere per se. We might want to search for it, or we could probably use the start menu for it. Up here I see it under recently added, but I could also search here for Cisco, and that will pull up the client. And it should look just like the Mac version. The only difference is this box is now going to be down here. Like before, we're going to use vpn.rit.edu, and we're going to want to hit connect. Now, since I'm emulating Windows on a Mac, I'm not sure if this will work, but I can give it a shot here. It's going to prompt me for my username and password, and it looks like it might actually be working here. It says I'm connected here. And now if I were to visit that serenity.ist.rit.edu, let's see if it works. Yep, it looks like it worked. So that's pretty much all you need to install the VPN. As I mentioned, remember to turn it off at the end. This is good software to have regardless if you're connecting to Serenity. You can use it when you're at a coffee shop. Of course, those are closed now as I'm recording this during the coronavirus virus outbreak, but normally it's good to connect to these VPNs when you're on a public wireless network. So that's all I have for this lecture. Thanks.